Welcome to today's debate. And today's debate topic is, should homework be banned? The homework is really unnecessary stress. The homework is really important for everyone because what is the importance and what is the good for, if the homework is homework should not be banned, otherwise homework really should be banned. So let's hear both the parties and how they are responding. This debate purpose is only for the education. Maybe possible everybody has different views on the same topic. So this is only for the educational purpose. So let's share. Thank you for this amazing opportunity to speak this kind of controversial topics, which can encourage other people to speak, and other people may have different opinions. But my personal opinion is that I strongly believe homework should be banned because the students already spend 6-7 hours in schools almost, and after that they deserve time to relax and play and spend time with family. So but instead they sit with books for another 2-3 hours. Isn't that unfair? I strongly disagree. Homework should not be banned. It is an important part of learning. Why we are forgetting that? In the class, we only learn, new concepts. And at the time of applying new concepts, they need time and they need to practice, because we already know that practice makes a man perfect. Suppose if we are just practicing one move for 100 times, so we can say that still we are not perfect. So why we are forgetting that this important thing at home? We practice them. Yes, without practice, studies, students will forget everything quickly. Suppose 2-3 days, 2-3 day long holiday can just ruin their, previous days, the studies and new concepts and new formulas if they are learning in the schools. Because in the schools they have to learn on many subjects, like 4-5 subjects, and in the duration, in the period of their 45 minutes, hardly 1 hour's class, every subject's class for 1 hour or 45 minutes they have distributed and made the timetable. So according to the timetable, the teacher comes to their in their classes, and just he or she provides the new concepts and solving the problems and solution and answers. So some grammar, language related things, history related thing he teaches or she teaches. So in that case, after learning all those things, when they just come back to their, otherwise the students, they go back to their homes, they need to practice that at least once in a day. They have to practice it properly. So this thing is really important. The homework is really important. Otherwise, they won't be focused on the on the same concept every time. When they just feel in their comfortable zone, so what they will think, they will only scroll the mobiles, scroll down all the reels and all the whole day, and the concept they will forget easily, and everything will be ruined. And at the exam time, what will happen, the scores will get down, and they won't be able to score lots of things. So I think that homework should not be banned. Homework should be given to the students every day and in the regular or organized way. So too much homework causes stress and even health problems. So I know many students who stay up late night just to finish assignments, and they also try to find out some other help from other people. Suppose they just talk and share their homework and assignment with their friends also, and they also ask help for their grandparents. Sometimes they also just give the headache to their parents. Sometimes suppose their parents come from their office doing lots of work in the office, and then they also come to home to get the relax. But at the same time, that children says and asks to his father or to his mother for their assignment, to help to complete his assignments. In that case, the stress goes person to person, because at that time the parents think that if I am not going to help that my children completing his or her assignment, so they will definitely ask to other for the assignments, and many things can happen. And you know what, so just to finish assignments when children are tired, so how can they learn that? They only just focus on completing it, whether it is good or bad, whether they understood it or not, whether they have just learned that thing exactly or not. And let's be honest, homework doesn't guarantee better learning. You know what, if teaching is effective in the class, so why do students need to repeat everything at home? They don't need to repeat it. And we should always focus on the quality learning, quality teaching in the schools rather than in the piling of work later, like going to tuitions, other extra classes. So definitely it like burdened their minds. So maybe possible they in the rare they just and we are just seeing many cases happening all over the country, all over the India. Like in the previous newses, we just found out that many students who they passed out intermediate and they then joined some higher qualities educations for going to higher classes and doing some engineering and civil engineering and whatever. So many courses, various courses are there. But we just heard in the news that that student tried to finish his or her life, tried to jump out of the building. In the recent case, I heard the news that a girl just in the Rajasthan in Kota, she was trying to jump off the building as suicide. So this is the main problem. So we cannot deny that stress is the biggest problem on the students mind. For example, my cousin studies in class 8th standard only. I'm just giving the very exuberant example. So every day she gets 4 subjects of homework, and she has no time for playing, for physical activities, no time for hobbies. Okay, and not even proper rest. She comes back from the school, and she tries to get a very hardly she gets time for having lunch. Means after tiffin box, it doesn't mean that if in the schools they have get that kind of a lunch time, but in that period of time they have lots of stress, they have lots of burden to complete their school work, and in the meantime they have the lunch for 1 hour, maybe hardly half an hour or 45 minutes lunch. In that 45 minutes lunch, they don't have the proper time to have lunch with the students. Like in the canteen area, there are lots of things happens, and hardly they get the proper time to get their lunch. So what happens, not even this is affecting the creativity. Only they are focusing to complete their assignments and not any extra other curriculum activities they do, because they don't have the time. It is the main problem. And if homework is banned, the students can explore skills beyond the books. Like whatever written in the books, it is really not happening nowadays. We can know, and we know already the reality. So I think homework should be banned, because actually exactly what happens that homework builds discipline and time management. In the real world, people have deadlines. Like in the corporate worlds, in any industry, any employers, in any organization, when they will just reach after completing their studies, higher education or anything, so they have a deadline, they have a time limit. So in that duration of the time limit, they have to complete their given task. Sometimes in the real world, they don't have the proper time to prepare. So if they will not learn everything in their school time by providing and getting the homeworks and completing it on the deadline and assignments on time, they won't be able to learn that how to do that in the real world. When they will just reach in the real world, what will happen? Nothing will happen. They will be only seeking some helps from others. So in that case, anyone can take the advantage of their decision, because they won't be able to make any decision promptly. So maybe possible that they can they can track progress and help where needed. Not everywhere. Without homework, parents also won't know that their kids are studying and what are their progress. So if the homework will not be provided, how can we just guess that? Otherwise, how can we just you know how can we just um, examine that how means they are just really doing in their classes good or not? So this is the way of just getting to know our children and students, that where they are and how they are just progressing. So it is very important that the homework should be given every student on the regular basis in the organized way. So both sides have strong points, and homework can improve learning, but too much of it causes stress also. So maybe the solution is balanced and work and balanced homework, less quantity but more quality.